I guess I got a cut off there. Um, but back to the what's on the stage is the heart of Ohio. Came here to heal it, to be a heart surgeon, but to, do what works, not chasing the green, the pale horse of the revelation, the money. So what am I actually doing? I'm a cabbie. I always had this in my mind that this is what I would be, because the ka, or the baby, to help the babies carry them. That's what a cabbie does. What is it now? It's just updated to Uber, to Super, or to give people a lift. Give them a heads up on their travels in the road of life. And I read a study that the cab drivers in London were brain scanned, and the part of their brain was twice as big as the ordinary man, was the corpus callosum, because that's the core, the heart of the Colosseum. And I just always loved saying that word. And that's what communicates between the right and left hemispheres of the brain, where the spirit comes in through the right and goes out to the left. The left hand, the left brain is the material world to deal with that. So I'm really just doing what I wanted. I found my calling. Calling is also a calling, a you, where so you can either be called or you can be called. The you is the you that might get back to the same level it started from, to be a child again and just watch the 7-8. That's not the big plan. I would have never signed up for this if that was all there was, And so I found my calling. I guess it's be not a preacher or a reacher, because that's all in that's in the 7-8. Go to church and look for your God in the Bible. Do you believe me, or do you have faith? And people start squabbling. They're squabbling right now over race. Why? Well, you shouldn't be racist. You could, because you believe there are white and black people. No, it's one golden fleece scattered among everything. The animals. Get used to seeing that and loving yourself. Look into your cat's eyes, or your pet's eyes, or children's eyes, because that's who we're helping now. Children have been raising children. That's why it's gotten so far off the hook. Stop watching television. Parents, stop watching what you are taking as your reality. There's a higher reality, and it's coming into focus. Okay, so cut that. So now that we have a 963 vibration that we're switching to, that's also the country code here on the stage of Syria. Sirius, the first star. So nothing happens by accident here. The orange man is in office because Clockwork Orange. There's your clue on the puzzle or on the game board. And so we're going to overcome that. We don't need to wear orange, be restricted with the orange, because we're going into the yellow, the gold. Grand Illusion. Listen to that song from Styx. You crossed the river Styx. That's when you died. Your memory died to come in here. Second death is getting rid of the mess with the Sims, because we don't need them. We know what they're for. Then we need to be the children that stop watching that TV. And we will get there. Just learn to dance again. Everything is connected. Every number vibrates all down through the heavens. Seventh heaven. It's perfect. Cymatics. So that frequency is coming back up. Start looking at things on the reverse, right? So what would the physical 7-8 church say to do here? They say, take the God in my head. I'm going to shove it down into my heart. The one that's confused, the child. And put it in my heart so it can be afraid, so it's not pure love, right? And then what am I going to do next? I'm going to take my physical world, the left arm, and stop the spiritual coming in from the right. Reverse it. Take the love that's in your heart, pure love, and put that in your forehead, right? And then take your right hand from God for your actions and let that be what you left, your left hand, right? That's what you made, because it was from on high. The right way. Just, you were looking through everything through a parable. That's why all Jesus' teachings can only be shown in that parable. That's for you to figure out. A couple more things on the COVID, right? People's like, well, Ovid is the sheep. Yeah, but it's the golden fleece. It's the heart of the gold fleece. So when the king is here, the 9, the master, he's it's a 19, COVID-19, 19, it's hitting at 10. Now God's making the noise here again at the 7/8 sim show to see if you could pass it. That's made so obvious. So what else? Like, how many 6s in the house book can they make before it's telling you that you need to become a man? Right? 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. It's everywhere. How come you can't get that? Well, that's you. You're the one that has to get that and become a man. Stop watching their TV. It's just, really, riots in Columbus, and I told a couple people, I said, oh really? The police and their friends? And I just let it hang there. The vows. That's where God lives. And the vow. It's the hallowed name. And one guy giggled, and the other guy said, ah. I said, do you know anyone that decided to go out and start rioting? It's the same thing over and over. Do you know anyone that has the COVID? It's a big show. It's just right up in you. So that's a real test. That's the astonishment. You're like, oh, wow. Trust me, it's a good test. Because sometimes when I go into my 9 and I'm thinking, it's almost too easy though. How could you make it a little harder, So you just use your higher level. Oh, the other thing, the energy knots that we're going back to, you can go anywhere in this time thing, through any experience. You can slow down time. Because now the Father's here, the Father time, Chronos. So instead of just looking at the clock, what do you see at the clock? It's going this way. You're going to take it's already happened, right? You take your Nagwal, now you are the clock, Father time. And now with your right hand, the 9, because now the 9's over here, right? And that is going to form the man, the pendulum, to the child. So now the child is connected to the God. And we're not doing all these. It's not sinning, right? You're just breaking the law. You're hurting yourself by not taking care of your children. You couldn't do that because you were a child. So it's not your fault, but it is your responsibility now that you know this to cross that point. And the reason you're hearing this right now is because that's what it was all meant for. I didn't know what I was going to be when I grew up, I just kept getting, hang on until you're 48, and now it all adds up, every little experience I've had. So that's 19, COVID-19. So when you see that, just know that is proof, straight up proof. But again, don't go into that fear. That's the one you got to master. So I had an energy knot in me, and the ego doesn't even know it. That's what's tricky about it. Because when you're a child and you get traumatized, the mind hides it. It's too much for a child to work out. But it feels it energetically, emotionally. So you get repressed childhood traumas. And they stay with you. And they want to work themselves out. So they come out of you. Because you can't yell at your parent if they were one traumatizing you. Because they're your parent. You need them to get through. So you learn to deal with it. But so mine was, felt abandoned. My mother, they were divorced when I was young. I remember I would get obsessed with other things, just take my mind off of it. But in all my adult relationships, 14 to 35, I had the same pattern. Anyone that got close to me, there it was. The fist, the drum, getting my revenge. But it happened so many times, I figured out I had to go within and figure out what was in me. So if you have anything in your life that you might be holding on to, or any relationship now, it'll show you, you're aware now, to go into your 9 mind. Picture yourself anywhere, anytime. Put yourself in the most beautiful setting. See yourself up there. You have that higher vision, because you're not just you and your body. That's just for here to play the game, right? And take yourself and put it back into that experience and ask it how it felt having to go through that. And you might be astonished at what you say, because that is what you have tucked away, and it's holding you back energetically. And I re-experienced all that, and that's how you heal it. Dreamweaver, stitching, letting that go to heal it. So that is time traveling. Someone asked, can we time travel? Yeah, absolutely. That's what we're doing right now. We're going back and trying to tighten up our novel of our life, of the narrative for this thread, right? Every moment that you've been in here, that's the eternity. Like all the anxieties and stuff people have, whatever you're afraid of, just sit with it until it's not a fear. Deal with it. Because you'll see, it's just your mind is imagining it. Your mind's putting up all those shadows on Plato's cave. That's what you're afraid of right now. Those are the Sims. They can't do anything to you because you're God. That's eternal, indestructible. It's just testing your faith in yourself. It's already there. So it's all just waves of frequency that we want to repair, so we can hum and play, like really play. We forget how to play here. Children that can't even play, just fear and worry about their children and what they're doing to them here. The children come to help you on your way. So that's the real lesson you need to address. That's why they're here, to help you, to help themselves. It's all connected. There's nothing accidental here. Like, talk about PlayStation. Oh, that's getting more advanced. These video games are so realistic. No, we're cavemen. We're going down, right? The fascia is the facial nerve, right? I mentioned that. The face connection, man to man. We're the most sensitive, delicate computer technology because it's God. It's God's creation. It's just playing with itself here, so it can discover itself again. And yeah, it'll be fun to watch the Sims melt away, but they weren't your enemy. It was in your head, thinking they were real. But now you know that it's your 9 for eternity. Now's the time for it to re-shine, because it's been suffering. And I feel it all throughout the lands, because it's all connected. The waves, I had a vision in some liminal state a long time ago at college. And I said, well, if everything's frequency, and how is it connected, the alpha and the omega? And I just kept watching. And I saw the lines just get slower and slower. So slow. And then I watched the ones that got faster and faster and faster. And then it got so fast, frequency, and this one got so low that they were both flatline. Right? The singularity. The black. Nothing. No stimulation. And these are all the vibrations from the mind. That's how it's connected. Another dream I had, I was listening to my sister talk to a high school friend, Dan Stanley, and subliminal, and I just zipped out, and I saw all the stimulation, everything they were saying was a frequency, like an EKG. I thought, wow, that's interesting. And I was thinking, man, that's an insight. And then every cell in my body was a separate conscious. And they're like, well, I guess it's time to go. And they collected together and zoomed up out the top of my head. But on the way, they passed my ego, who said, oh, wait, if they leave here, I'm dead. And I woke up and got back in my head. And I'm laying there in bed, and this is in the afternoon. I was taking a nap because I was eating in the afternoon. And I'm laying there, and I noticed an eye. I was like, oh, that's strange. I've never noticed that my eyeball was reflecting in my eye lid. And I watched it for a while, and I said, it doesn't have any like white stuff around it or anything. And then it blinked, and the hair stood up on my neck. So that's how quick things can change. People are like, oh, how do I become a man? How do I stand up to the government and tell it's that quick? It's a thought. That's where everything really happens. You need to get off that U.S. citizenship. All right, here's the first form. Nope, that's it. It's done. It's over. It's even written on the stage. Speak it, know it. So we're dreaming this whole thing. Your mind is so powerful that it's dreaming your body to hold together. That's a real God. Because I've seen that everything is nothing. Right? It's just an idea. Sometimes it was on mushrooms, but I've seen it other times. It's like, oh wow, this is just a play set. The other dreams I mentioned, where your mind can take the gold and make any kind of dust, shape, big lion, anything. So yeah, that's not really all we're really doing in life. We're time traveling through this, this matrix, this fix that has rule points, frequency things that we agree to. And we also agree that we can raise our frequency, right? Tune in, tune up, tune out. Well, what's the real tune? Bring them on camera. Oh wait, so I don't know if anybody has anything like they want answers to, or obviously what we're watching is the news. I was downtown today, not a soul, and the girls had to go get their car because the police and their friends were rioting. And then I come home, do my ministry, and then there's the Meth and Simpsons show. There's more looting, breaking windows. Almost like it's a big setup, huh? All these looters and masks, and I just go down to the bullhorn and show you the power to chase these things out of your mind, if you want to. The shadows in your mind, your father's mansions. Clean those. Cleanliness is next to godliness. And I know that's real. Someone asked me the other day if I had done DMT. No. But I play it. And I told him I did the ayahuasca in Florida a few years ago. How was it? Did you find the secret key? I said, well, the guy who was running it was not good intentions. So that part was missing from all that I'd read about it. I read everything about it, everything. The important parts. And I said, well, there's way too many people here. And when the moaning, all that started, the purging, I was like, this is hell. Hell. And that guy had found his wife, this spiritual ayahuasca guy, having intercourse in a tent with one of his spiritual guru leaders. Not that weekend, but not too long before. It's just a weird vibe, right? So, but the Aya, it'll connect you to the parts in your mind that you're not normally aware of here, right? Otherwise, you couldn't really function. But I always overdo it to get most out of the experience. The next day I woke up, did some other, datum or, that was intense. And then Saturday, let's do it again. I said, give me an extra big dose, just see what happens. And it's probably the darkest night of the soul I've ever had. I was just cold and just completely alone. And I didn't know who I was. I was insane, literally insane. I couldn't get comfortable. I think I was sweating. It was nothing. It was just nothing. And I finally just was like, I don't know, what's next? I would actually rather die at this point, or whatever. And I saw an image of Jesus, and it came in and lit up. The light, just like in the picture, it's like, the lights were on. And I looked in the corner, and there were these creatures. Just ghastly things, man. And to the front left chamber. Chased them. Some of them scattered over to the right one. So went over there and shined the light on them. They were moving around, taking crazy forms. And the light was to get out of the house. And it went back to the right. And then back around. And I was right back in. It was me again. So you two, the band, that might be about you two. Are you going to be a you to go back to the level? U2 has a song with I think it's a psalm or whatever. Your father's mansions. That's what it means. Get those shadows off of there. 'Cause that's what's keeping you a child in the cave. Step up aside to the real light. That's the white light. All the colors, all the numbers. God has no limitations. You've put limitations here. You've forgotten. You should think you're a race, or you're this kind of person. No. No, that's just a part of this play. Where the white Calabaster Simpsons take on different colors and put up the flags, and the show must go on for the children until they can become men, right? I keep saying men, but man is man, right? So yeah, just hang in there. You can already see the it's already glitching, you know. It's like, what's going to happen next? It doesn't know, because we don't know now. That's what it is. It takes instructions from us. It runs off a script. It's so specific, it'll blow your mind. Like the headlines and these characters, it's always the same, you know. That's our clue now, that we've seen enough of it. It's our time to change. That's our choice. When we're ready, we equip, got our spiritual armor. We come back here to heal at the armor, like Patchett, Dreamweaver, every single song. Like they were like, AC/DC's going to be coming up, playing the Super Bowl. You know, that's your head, and we can have all that, but we can't if we commit to stopping the law. That's what I said. If we spread this, that's what this is causing us. That's when we can really play as the gods in the seventh heaven, right? With all our senses. Wouldn't that be fun? Instead of having to go through COVID every year, like the same things. Let's just send them on. The Electric Light Orchestra is, right? So they're coming out with a new album. Hasn't put a new album out in 19 years. That's the symbol. The Simps now. They're nearing the end of their show to be reassigned for the children for that time. That's not our show. We're supposed to show the children how to make this thing glow, right? It's just we had to get prepared for the show, for the act that we're about to go through. Yeah, you know, it's just the message that we need to hear right now. I've been watching it, you know, I'm like, at some level in my mind, that's one of my archetypes to take care of. So all the YouTube channels, they were kind of getting stuck, and I was like, what was coming out in me? What was I wanting? Somebody just to tie all these different areas together to help people. Where is that YouTube channel? Me. That was my point. That's what I wanted. What you're seeking for is the seeker. And just with pure heart, you know, just make sure you salt yourself, that there's nothing in you where you're going to break the law, win some money, create scarcity. No, it's all fixed anyway. And it's fixed according to the subconscious mind. So gambling, sports and gambling. Well, that's pretty much all I have for today. Oh, these people are like, they just can't get past the, what's my government need me to do to be a good citizen? Hey, I'm your government, all right? For now, I'm your government. Tune in to me. That's all the media you need. 20 minutes a day. If you really need someone to tell you what to do. Like, how about that? It's my ministry. Calm you down. Bring us down. But yeah, the Cronus, now you have Father Time back in the house. So, I'm like, let's just slow this down. Because that's what calming the storm. That system is going to start tweaking to get all the corners cleaned, right? To make sure. There's an eye of the needle. That's where we're going. So, we got to be the calm. I mean, someone just can't, you see what's going on now? You know, I just get calmer. My dad and mom, my sister, when we were young, the bird flew in the house, and my dad grabs a tennis racket and starts swinging it around, knocks the lamp off, and it was just spinning out of control. And my instinct in those moments was get real calm, you know? What's really going on? So it's gonna slow down, just so people can just see how stupid it is, you know? And then the Simps get their cues to exit stage left. Because it has no effect. There's nothing else they can do, it's just frequencies. But the captain's home now. The ships, the fellowships. That's what we were missing. You can't miss it if you didn't already experience it. And we all know we have something in us that's longing for what we're capable of. It's just, what are all these stupid people doing around? Well, you got to be the first one to show. Lead the way. They can't, there's no existence. So you got to own up to that responsibility, accountability. That any problem you think you have in your life, that's the God in you telling you to work it out. And it gives you the tools. You just pay attention to the messages, the signs. I mean, what do you think this gematria? I saw these different groups I would get into, like each one had a piece. So this is what's fun, like to see the interaction, because it's a big puzzle. If anybody ever has any questions or like something specific, I would just ask it. It's kind of like just a free flow thing. And I was kind of panicking, like, I got to do something that's going to go. This always happens. You're going to have a COVID passport to get on an airplane? Really? You just get on the airplane now with no ID? Right? The game's already been played. Here, the children. Just keep updating, like, how much easier can we make this? I can give you a new brain at some point, just to remind you that you're a God. Scare you. So that's why it's, one love, one heart. Go back and visit any song that you really felt like, oh man, that reminds you of something, because that's your message. If you were obsessed with a song, it's a message, and you keep hearing it until the time comes that you have new ears to get that message. So everything out there is a clue for you. It's a playboard. This is the play. You're a kid in a sandbox. You just think you're an adult and you got all these rules. No, you're a bird. You fly wherever. You're free. We get our wings back. Free to move about the cabin. We have some work to do here. It's just you can't just run off to the woods. It's the fellowship. So take these pieces. What resonates with you, and when you have a chance out there, pay attention. If you got fear on someone, it's not going to do, right? You got to just try a little bit. Plant a little seed. And you'll see that, wow, hey. The next thing we know is this grows. Because I'm not some, part of the show. Who's he working for? Is he Illuminati? You the Illuminati. Dummy. No. That was just a test. To see where it would go. Your free will. The free will. I said, well, if the show's all rigged, what's the point? So it's the free will that makes it interesting. That's the interesting between the rests, right? That's what's going on. That's what you're interested in, and you've been here before, forever, to play it. But it feels like the first time. That's how good God is. So learn to enjoy it. Just every moment. Right? It's I was walking around here. It's all just magic. Allow that magic back in. Nothing is magic. It's just things we've forgotten. Communicate with your pets, your partners, telepathically. Read the energy. You can see it. If you just settle your eye, the orgone energy, the ether, the waves. That's what we're riding a wave. You're like, where do I go when I die? Well, you're dead here because you're not living. You just you're watching shadows. That's death. And I knew that. I said, well, at the end of this, there'll be, tombstones. Well, people have been here for 4 billion years. I was like, well, they'll give you a story that's sort of plausible, but you'll see through it. It'll start dawning on you, right? Dawning on you that this doesn't make any sense. That's your key to the play. You don't have to go through that, It'll be pretty realistic, You can go to some funerals and see people who died, but start asking yourself why. Right? I had a flash, man. I saw my whole life, front to back. I saw where this man was standing. I couldn't even see the end, but it was only like maybe 1/3 of the way on its thing. And all the little experiences I had so far, front to back, backwards and forwards. That's the real power of the mind. It's in you. And that was all like no sense of time here. Right? Yeah, with Chronos, we'll get that back now. So Excellent. So people ask me, well, what religion are you? Not on the Tootie board, or not on that show. That's not my religion. Okay, so hopefully that calm everybody down. Let's see what the mess. I'll probably just start printing it. You can see what it is based on the dates and the years and the characters. It's like they have a little bag, keep it interesting. Decks in the cards. They just have a deck of cards. Keep playing this game. That's a finite system. But the God that you use is the infinite, right? So it'll play the game with you. You figure it out, right? And graduate. That's the real school. I went to all those schools. That was my stage clues that I wanted to go to school and learn. But what I learned was that is to unlearn what the stage would have you believe is true. It's part of the game. So just, let's play the race card again. They're not even telling you that was engineered. They're showing you the proof. Right? If you look for it, showing you the pictures of what was here. The original rainbow culture, all the colors, all the flavors, all the music, all the love, everyone helping. Right? Until some people started getting confused. Forgot they were children. Got young, traumatized. So we got to just heal that trauma. And it'll happen. I have no doubts. But we have to do it in our minds first. That's first things first, right? The show is the product. Anyway, love everybody. Just get used to loving, man. Oh, dang, what's missing in life? No matter what you do, as long as you're not breaking the law, you can have a lot of fun. But everyone, all are golden fleeces. We'll find each other. That's the real fun. Real fun. So, we keep getting there. No stresses, no worries, no hurries. Time, it's out the window. Get that moment right. Don't even make plans. It'll come. It will. Once you start thinking in there and, I'm going to do this with this, you never get it, right? You're always somewhere else. You want to go to Italy, and then when you're in Italy, you're like, I'm going to come back here again. You're in Italy. You're in paradise. You just don't know it. You just got to blink your eyes and believe it. It'll happen if you want it. That's how powerful God is. That's how powerful you are. You are my gods. We are the gods. So we're going to do it. Okay, I'll get off. I know I keep making these long, but damn, it feels good. Let's get this stuff out. So, okay, yeah. Any questions or things that aren't making sense or clicking, just, let me know. I'll get the message. I'm like the guy at the library. Oh, I'll go find that book. There is a book, That's what the library represents here. That doesn't even mind. It's the real library. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm glad you guys are here. That's why I'm here. That's why I came back here. So, cool. Try to do one of these, between 4 and 5. Maybe every day. It just feels that way. See what the new update is. Because that's your mind. That's your news on your mind. It's this news. You know what I mean? To switch it over to our news. All right. I'll sign off for now. Bye.